Hey guys, it's Dan with the Corporate Thief Beats. You're watching another video showing you how to promote your music on Twitter. And today's video is going to be about finding targeted followers on Twitter and why you need to target the right audience. Now, we only want to find the right people that are actually going to be interested in our music, that will actually listen to our music, and the people that will actually listen to the messages and the kind of content that we tweet. And we don't want to actually attract people to our Twitter timeline that actually don't want to see our message and will eventually kind of annoy. They're the people we don't want. So if you eliminate all the people you don't want, you should start on creating Twitter personas, and that's the next point I'm going to make. The word follower personas are kind of the personality traits of the people that you want to target, and it just kind of writing them down on a page will make it a much easier process of finding the exact people that you want to follow and follow you back. Now, the way you can do this is kind of targeting similar types of bands that or groups or artists that you sound like. So if you sound like Kid Cudi, if you sound like J. Cole, or if you're a beat maker and you kind of make certain type of beats, maybe check out the followers that certain beat makers have. Now, sometimes this isn't always going to be the best tactic. You really kind of have to look at their followers, because sometimes certain beat makers or certain artists, if they're not that big, tend to have tons of fake followers. So you kind of have to kind of go in there and kind of see which one is which kind of fans are good for you and which ones you want to follow and get to follow you back. A lot of times you can also check out if you're going to target male or female people, if you're going to target a certain age group, if it's a young demographic or if it's an older demographic. You kind of have to, if you're creating music like that's popular today, maybe the older generation are not going to like that, or if you're creating old kind of boom bap kind of beats or boom bap kind of raps, maybe some of the newer kind of younger kids won't listen to that kind of music. You can always see like common kind of things in people's bios as well. So if normally when I kind of target hip-hop artists, I can see words like buy on iTunes is always going to be on a hip-hop artist, or booking and features seems to be a word that every hip-hop artist puts in their bio. You kind of have to find the common words that are in bios of the fans that you're trying to attract. So something like, for example, J. Cole fan might be a word that they might say, or Kid Cudi fan might be in the bio of them, or listening to Kid Cudi, or some kind of words like that might be in a bunch of people's bio on their Twitter profile. So they're kind of the keywords that you kind of have to look for, and you can use the Twitter advanced search to help define that and find the right followers for you. Also, a good note and some examples to check out is to check the content that people tweet. Let's say if you kind of go to a hashtag, let's say hashtag views from the 6th, they're all Drake's fans, so they're all the new people talking about Drake's music. And if you click on the accounts tab on Twitter, it will take you to, first it will actually, if you type in views from the 6th in the search bar in Twitter, it will take you to the timeline of all the people talking about views from the 6th. But if you hit the accounts tab after that, you'll find all people and their accounts, and they're just much easier to follow that way then, because their Twitter buttons to follow them are all there. So hopefully some of those people will follow you back too, if they're in the criteria of the music that you make too. Also, I noticed that hashtags, some kind of groups do this as well, or singers and rappers do this as well, like Ariana Grande. She kind of gets her Twitter followers to tweet stuff when she releases a single. It's a really good marketing thing, but it just seems like she's got some kind of die-hard fans, and the hashtag buy my single on iTunes or buy my something, whatever song it is on iTunes, seems to be trending a lot when she puts out a tweet. But same as like I remember listening to Logic, the hip hop artist Logic there the other day. He said that one of his tweets got really trending one time when he made a song called Nicki, and he got everyone on Twitter saying who's Nicki. So if you're creating music like Logic and you have a similar, they would be a similar fan base to you, you could find that hashtag and then find the accounts of all those people, follow them, and hopefully a certain percentage of them would follow you back. So that's really, really important, that kind of personas, because if you just kind of go out and follow up everyone and think that everyone's going to follow you back or everything's going to actually listen to you, you're just going to end up like being disappointed. So it's really important, because I'm very specific about the people I target on Twitter. Like, I won't go out following a bunch of people. I really target only hip hop artists because they're the target market that I have. So like to purchase beats from me, or to come to my site and subscribe to my website, or subscribe to my YouTube channel and stuff like that, they're my target market. So you kind of have to really, really be careful who you target and target the right people. The best ways you can build a good following on Twitter is to start an influencer outreach kind of program, where you kind of find established kind of bloggers, hip hop bloggers, or hip hop blogs and stuff like that, and get them to tweet you out or retweet you as well, because they've kind of built a fan base already, and they probably have targeted hip hop listeners anyway. It's not the easiest method to do. It's really kind of time consuming. You have to build relationships and stuff like that, but it's probably one of the best targeting kind of ways out there, other than paying for it with ads. So either you're going to pay for it with your time, or you're going to pay for it with ads. Either one way, you're going to be paying for it anyway. So like, how do you actually get in front of hip hop bloggers? Well, here's, just before I kind of dive into that, I have a hip hop blogs cheat sheet on my website. Just go to my site, should be there in the sidebar somewhere there, the link should be there somewhere, and you can get that hip hop blogs cheat sheet. And I have like all the hip hop blogs and then links to where their Twitter pages are. And this is not an opportunity for you guys to kind of just go start spamming all of these guys. Do not do that. That's just a waste of time. Don't spam them. Kind of see which ones are worth kind of engaging with, and see if the people that actually write the blogs, maybe kind of go through the pages on the blogs and actually see which person actually wrote the blog. Because sometimes you might see in the bottom of the screen, you might see someone's little handle and little author bio, and you might see their little Twitter symbol there. So they might be even better than actually contacting the blog itself, trying to just kind of building that relationship with that one blogger that's featured on that website. And you can see this with the big hip hop blogs like Two Dope Boys, Up Rocks, and there's a couple of other ones out there that you can see that kind of person that has written the blog at the bottom, and that might be a good way of kind of reaching out to them. So definitely check out the hip hop blogs cheat sheet, but use it to your advantage, not against you guys. With stuff, I also noticed that the way I'm kind of using this as an example, but a lot of the time I kind of use Twitter to reach out to build rapport with people that I want to get on my podcast, and Twitter is a great way for that. And a lot of the time I'll kind of tweet a lot of their stuff before I actually engage them and let them know that I'm retweeting their stuff, or putting them into my kind of timeline as well. And then I'll kind of comment on their blog posts and stuff like that, and I'll comment on their blog, and then I'll reach out to them, because I feel like if you've been kind of giving them kind of some benefit or some value in retweeting or comments before you actually ask them for a favor or something like that, maybe kind of build that rapport first, just before you kind of contact them. So kind of to get in front of their timeline, anytime they make some tweets, kind of comment on it, make sure that it's all kind of genuine and you've actually read their blog posts and stuff like that. And use the DM feature, guys. So many people on Twitter are just misusing the DM feature. Like every time I open my DM box, it's just like someone with a SoundCloud link or a YouTube link, or else it's just complete blatant spam with nothing music related or anything like that. And the DM feature is one of the best parts of Twitter. Like it's practically like a private email there as well. And it's a lot of the time when you're hitting up people don't like that kind of just where they're firing spam back and forth, where they're like you send them a link on their timeline. They don't really respond well to that. A lot of kind of bloggers or anyone doesn't really respond to it. So like start a conversation via DM message. A lot of the time, most people will actually respect you if you ask for permission. So a lot of the time, try and do some things professional, like ask for like a meeting so you can pitch them your ideas or your music or something like that. Just try and be a little bit more professional on Twitter and try and use the features that Twitter gave you in the first place, like having a nice bio and stuff like that, and making yourself look presentable before you actually kind of get in front of these kind of influencers of hip-hop bloggers and etc. This is Dan with the Corporate Thief Beats. I hope you've enjoyed those few snippets of tips that I have on finding followers on Twitter. There's a lot more information in the course that I offer, the Twitter Music Marketing Machines. You can get the link here, or the link will be after the video, and you can learn a lot more on how to build a following, how to find a following, how to nurture a following, and how to create automation systems on Twitter and kind of get rid of those boring, mundane tasks on building a Twitter following. So definitely check out the course, guys. It's a pay as you want, and it's 2 free bonuses at the end as well, which is kind of cool, and I hope you guys enjoy that course. So definitely check that out. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, guys. Take care.